It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the 512th and final game of the regular season, and we've got a good one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game. I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercising before this one, and they're paying off.
His first carry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun is Rzsl. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Rzsl. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So the failure to connect on second down. That leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Rams 0. Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
That was a good run. Probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Henderson will try to run for the 1st. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Eason. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They go play action with Eason. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Samson Abukum, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Eason sets to throw it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Here's Eason off the play fake. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. But this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Rzsl. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now they try the right side here. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. From the gun, Rzsl. He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
6-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. There's gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the ground, it's Akers. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st down, Jacob Eason. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 50.
A big play there for Indy. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Rzsl. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Colts 21, Rams 3. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Jared Goff.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
On the carry is Henderson. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Third and long. It's Goff. He throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Rzsl. Campbell making the catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
First and 10, Rzsl. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines. A good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Rzsl, and he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Goff on first down. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
At the 27-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a first down throw. Goff. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Another try after the first down sack. Goff. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun. Goff. Airing it out deep for Woods. And a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackman. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games folks, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll throw on first down with Rzsl. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
A gain of 12. First down, Indianapolis.
Throwing on first down. Rzsl looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rzsl. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, Rzsl. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Julian Blackman bringing him down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. enough will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The tackle made.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A shotgun snap for gone.
They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
38-yard line.
They'll run this with Akers. Akers, he coughs it up, and the Colts pick it up, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Rzsl. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
From the gun is Rzsl. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
30, the ball.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts have got it on cruise control.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Rams 3. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So we're getting symptomatic.
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now gone. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
3-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
22-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Throwing on third and long. Rzsl. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now a run with Henderson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing on third. Goff. That is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff working right. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. It's taken to the 26. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Now Goff on 1st down. Got it over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
10 at the 21-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Goff. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. It's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year.
gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now.
Makes the score Colts 35, Rams 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. They go play action with Rzsl.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Kenny Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rzsl, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Goff now to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And another coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up on the late hooker, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Aaron Donald.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Rzsl. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And they take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they will take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the Colts, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for L.A., it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.